Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Adjacent. Very near, next to, or touching. Our tailgate is adjacent to the left field fence. ADJACENT. Adjacent.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We are in studio today with an incredible human that we were reading his bio, and we are so in awe and inspired by the message that you are sharing in your book, You're Unforgettable. So we wanted to ask you some questions, but before we do, who do we have in studio today?
We have Marco, and I have to tell you, we met because I posted something about public education. He saw the post and he reached out. And I was like, oh, I love it. And so Marco Martinez from Austin, Texas.
Correct.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. So before we start, tell us about where you grew up. Tell us about your childhood.
Well, before I start, I'd like to tell the audience who are not familiar with my journey, I have multiple sclerosis.
Yes.
And it affects my cognition and my speech. So if I make some mistakes, if you'll extend me a little grace, I'd appreciate it. One good thing about being in studio is my cat can't sabotage us like he does at home. But to answer your question, I'm from Austin. So I'm a native Texan.
Great.
And I was born in Brackenridge.
Me too.
So, yeah. So we're from the hospital before the current hospital, right? We're from Brackenridge Red.
Exactly.
And that was, I guess, 12 years before the bats showed up and about 15 years before South Austin got its hospital.
That's right.
So we go back a little bit.
We do. What year were you born?
I was born in 68.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just 2 years before me.
Yes.
And then what part of Austin did you grow up in?
I grew up in 78704 before there were bumper stickers.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow. Nice. Okay.
All right. So in the Zilker area, kind of Barton Hills, Zilker area. What is it? Becker area, that area?
I grew up closer to Dawson Elementary.
Dawson.
So by
nice.
age 35 in
That's
South
right.
Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what elementary school, middle school, and high school did you go to?
I went to Dawson Elementary.
Uh-huh.
When I was in school, they had 6th grade center. So I actually went to Travis Heights for 6th grade.
Okay.
And then I went to Fulmer Junior High and Travis High School.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my gosh. We were kind of trying to piece it together. Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you by any chance know the Jurassic family? They lived right behind Dawson.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
Okay. So in your book, you are focusing on the emotional part of how teachers, mentors, faith, your resilience, the military service, and all these life-changing events that happen to you that have shaped you and create you as such a inspirational human. So can we go back in time? What was it like? When did you first find out that you had some challenges, maybe physical, emotional? What was your childhood like?
Well, in the book, I give just a brief glimpse. My childhood was challenged.
Uh-huh.
And I really didn't know to what degree, but when I got into elementary school and teachers started pouring into me, there was a difference between what happened in school and what happened at home. So school became a sanctuary of sorts for me. And it was an encouraging place where there was no shouting or yelling. And it made a difference in my life.
I love that. And what do you think, how did it make a difference for you?
It showed me there was a different way.
There was a different way.
Which I didn't know at the time.
That's right. And I was an educator for 30 years, and I do believe that a lot of people, and we had to learn to code switch a bit. Like our home life was very different, although it was not, terrible, but it was different than our school lives. And we had to learn to do the same thing of some kind of like, well, seems like a very safe place to be for us.
Yes.
And not everybody's had that experience, but I'm glad that was your experience.
Yes.
So you said that when you you titled your book, You're Unforgettable. Why did you choose that title for your book?
So one day I was on social media and a high school coach made a post. I commented, and my favorite teacher of all time, she saw my post, saw my name, recognized it, and she asked a question. She asked, "Hey, Marco, do you remember me?" And her question really hit me. I've never had a more divided reaction in my life. On the one hand, I thought her question was a little ridiculous. How could I ever forget her?
Oh.
And on the other hand, I was sad and remorseful that she had to ask that question because it meant I hadn't conveyed that to her. So when the book came around, I decided to answer her question in a better way. Because at the time, I basically said, "Yeah, I remember you. We went to lunch. We had a nice time." But her question and my answer always was incomplete. It haunted me. So the book came around. I answered her question with 2 words: "You're unforgettable."
Oh, I love that.
I know.
I want to cry.
I know.
What do you think makes someone unforgettable?
What makes someone unforgettable? I do not have a perfect answer as to what makes someone unforgettable. What I can do is give you an example of a teacher who made a lifelong impact and is unforgettable to me. She's featured in my book, and her name is Mrs. Dalton, my 3rd grade teacher. For math, she had a fun exercise called Number Sense, where she would distribute sheets of math equations and then give us a set time to complete them. In her system, the addition and subtraction equations started off very simple, but over time the numbers grew, and she added division and multiplication equations. Those additional challenges kept us interested. It was a well-designed trick for her to encourage us to learn while having fun, and it worked. Math came easy for me, and she noticed that I was completing the sheets ahead of time, so she started handing me more difficult equations than some of my classmates. Even then, I reached a point where I could easily complete the task. One day, she handed me 2 quiz sheets. I guess she saw my fallen face. You see, in my world, extra work meant I was being punished, and I did not understand what I did wrong. She explained that I wasn't being punished, and she thought I could do more. I tried to do 2 sheets, and it did not go well. I went from easily finishing 1 sheet to failing with 2. Again, she told me that I was capable of doing much more than I thought I could. She was the first adult who saw me, who talked to me about achieving more and believing in me, even before I believed in myself. So with her words of encouragement, I went to work. At school and at home, I practiced and practiced. Over time, I was making progress on the 2nd sheet, and as I did, her words changed to match it. This went on for many weeks, and though I practiced alone, her presence never left me, and I never felt alone. The day finally came when I completed the 2nd sheet. I am not sure who was happier because she was thrilled. Although basic math skills have served me well, the lessons that I learned in the process have been even more valuable. I learned about goal setting, working hard even towards seemingly impossible tasks, and I learned that over time, miracles can happen. These lessons have been applied to many areas of my life. I worked hard in the military. I worked hard on the job. I worked hard as a small business owner, and now I work hard with my ongoing battle with multiple sclerosis. Right now, I'm learning to walk for the 4th time, and it's hard. Each iteration has become increasingly more difficult because the brain damage is more extensive. Yet every day I get up determined to get in my steps. There are no days off for me. I work and I walk. One of my therapists has already told me that it was impossible. He doesn't realize that my 3rd grade teacher believed in me. Mrs. Dalton is no longer with us, but her lessons still burn within me. Her lessons extended far beyond the classroom, and I'm the beneficiary. The day may come when my walking fully fails, but the day will never come when I stop trying. That's what makes Mrs. Dalton unforgettable. And there are millions of students like me who had a teacher who made a lifelong difference. I hope my book serves as a catalyst for a student to reach out to one of their own teachers to let them know that they too are unforgettable.
So after you left Travis High School, what did you do with your life? Did you go straight into military service?
I actually went to UT.
Okay.
And I was miserable there. The same problems I had at home followed me to UT. And one day I left class and I went to Adobe Mall, and there was a recruiting station there. And I went and met the recruiter, and we had a couple of good conversations. And ultimately we decided that was the best path for me, and I joined the Army.
Wow. Well, thank you for your service, because
Thank you so
that
much for your
undoubtedly is
service.
it's such a giving thing to do for everyone. But how did serving in the Army affect you? What did you see happening there?
Well, the Army was completely different. It was very structured. You had more expectations, but the result, they were also more structured. You knew what to expect. So it was a good place for me. I learned a lot. During the time there was during Desert Storm, so I was able to go there.
Yes.
I also deployed to Panama. So it was a good experience. I learned a lot.
Do you feel like you thrive in very structured settings, and chaos for you is very challenging?
Well, I haven't worked since 2012 when I was 44. And today I have a very regimented life, and it works for me.
It does work.
Yeah.
For you.
It does.
So maybe school, military, although there were some challenges in your military time, I'm sure, because you saw a lot of, terrible things. What was it like in the military? Like when you would encounter, those sacrifices that people were making?
Well, it comes with the territory. So your mindset is just different. And you're there for a reason that far surpasses yourself, right?
Wow.
You're there for your country and your countrymen, and the sacrifices you make, they're all worth it. They all come with the territory, and they're shared sacrifices because you're not there alone.
That's right. That's right. So you build camaraderie together, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Through the challenges.
You said something about one of your officers in the military, that they were hard, they were teaching you something. And the way you said it was so moving to me, is that they were hard on you not because of themselves. They were hard on you because they wanted you to be a better person. But the way you said it, I was like, oh
was
my
poetic.
gosh. Yes, it was like, this needs to be repeated, because people have a misunderstanding of the military sometimes, that they're being tough on you for other reasons, but they're trying to love and support you.
Yes.
It's just in a different way.
Well, we have a mission to accomplish, and the casualty count matters. And if you're disciplined and you do your job, the casualty count will be lower.
Yes.
So the hardships that you go through, they build camaraderie, but they also teach you lessons.
Yes.
And getting home is more important than having your feelings preserved in the moment.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. So powerful.
So were there times when you were in the military that you saw and you felt like courage had to be, because it sounds like you're so courageous to do everything you faced, and then you're in the military. What did your understanding of courage, what did you see in the military that you saw so much courage from?
Well, we all have different jobs in the military. So I was not a combat arms person. So I really have respect for the people who are frontline. But I think more than anything, we just had a job to do and we pressed forward. And you don't really have time to think about a lot of, you don't have time to have a lot of considerations, right?
Yeah.
We're all mission focused.
Absolutely. How long did you serve in the military?
I served for 5 years.
5 years. Wow.
During Desert Storm.
Desert Storm. So when you came out of the military, what did that feel like? Was there a huge transition for you, or were you able to get back into society pretty easily? What did it feel like?
I tried a couple of different jobs and I struggled with them. So I finally found a job. I finally found a home in IT support,
Oh, great.
and I fell in love with that. And I did that for the rest of my career.
Oh, wow. Did you serve, who was your employer for IT? I mean, there's so many different types now in Austin in particular.
Yeah. So I started a help desk, and I did that for a while and started my own company. So I was an independent consultant for 13 years. And then I joined some of the larger companies. One of the last companies I worked for, they're a $30 billion company.
Wow.
So,
Well, I hear a common theme right now. It's like you would have an obstacle, you would overcome the obstacle, you would have a new obstacle, overcome that obstacle. When you would start a job, you'd pivot. You'd make those changes to fit something that works for you, and you showed a lot of resiliency.
So resilient.
In these obstacles, like you would, even if something wasn't working, you would find a way to make a new thing work for you. Like you did you were at UT, that wasn't going well, so you pivoted, you made a change.
You're the master pivoter. You're so good at pivoting.
Which is a good thing. I think it shows like, oh, this is not working. A lot of people either stick with it and make themselves even more miserable instead of going, no, this isn't working, I'm going to make a change. Yeah. I think those changes help you. How did you know that you had the courage to make those changes?
well, it started at birth. So my mom had a difficult labor, and we both almost died during delivery. So I spent time recovering. It was about 6 months before I had a normal infancy. So life was a struggle from the beginning, and you just move forward. I don't think there was ever a decision. I don't think there was ever a time where I had to make a conscious decision. There was never an opportunity to give up. Right. And I think our parents instilled that. They worked very hard. They modeled that for us. And that's how we lived. So I don't know any better is probably the best answer.
Right.
It was innate. Survival was innate.
And it was you were born with the need to survive, and you did.
Yeah.
You kept going.
That's incredible.
So in your book, you discuss a life-altering diagnosis, which you have told us when you first came in.
Yes.
And tell us about this diagnosis and how it's changed your view in time and priorities.
So I was flying pretty high at the time. I had a successful business. Things were going my way. And over time, I had little signs and symptoms. And I would go to the doctor, and they never could find anything wrong. So in the book, I talk about the diagnosis where I had an MRI, had some tests, and that definitely said I had multiple sclerosis. But it was invisible, right? You couldn't tell that I had problems. And I was scared because the only person I knew that had multiple sclerosis was bedridden. And I didn't want that to be my future. When I went to doctor's appointments, everyone that I saw was using assisted devices. And again, that's something I didn't want. But ultimately, that became my future as well. And it happened quickly and suddenly. What has happened in the aftermath is I see people differently, right? I have more empathy for people than I've ever had before. I have more gratitude than I've ever had before. You know, people take their eyesight for granted. I do not. People take the ability to talk for granted. I do not. People take the ability to walk for granted. I do not. I'm relearning to walk for the 4th time. And it's more difficult this time than in the past. And if there's a 5th time, that will probably be more harder than this one, because multiple sclerosis is progressive. Things get harder. But I'm going to keep taking one step at a time and doing the best that I can until I can't.
Right. What were some of the symptoms and signs that you had early on with MS that were making it, like you said, it's a invisible or silent disease.
Yes.
It sneaks up on you. What were some of the early signs?
So one time my right arm went numb, and it was numb for 2 or 3 days. If you sleep on your arm, you wake up and it's numb, that kind of feeling. Well, I woke up in that condition and it didn't go away. So being a man, I didn't want to go to the doctor, to be honest with you. And I was like, well, if it's still that way on Monday, I'll go to the doctor. And Monday came and I said, well, if it's that way Thursday, I'll go to the doctor. And eventually it went away without me seeing a doctor. So a couple of instances like that happened. When I was in the military, I lost the lower half of my body. I could not feel my legs at all. And I went to the doctor at that point in time. And in the military, we have a protocol that most of the doctors use. They give us ibuprofen and give us 2 weeks without running, and they send us on our way. So at that time, that's what the doctors did. But I could not feel my legs. Eventually, they came back. So those were some of the instances that clearly show there was a problem.
Yes.
Right. If you have prolonged numbness, go see the doctor.
Yes,
You
for sure.
do not want it to sit and let it. But how long did it take you from the time
The numb arm
to the diagnosis? How long did that take the doctors to figure it out?
The initial signs that I had were in the 1980s. I got my diagnosis in 2009.
Oh my God.
So it was a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law's been through the process, and it took her almost 10 years.
Yes.
And everybody thought she was having a mental crisis, and it was MS.
Right.
And it's like, she went to doctor after, and she was a physical therapist. She knew MS, and she was like, no, this is something else. And everybody just was like,
Yeah. Times have changed a lot.
Yeah.
When I was getting diagnosed, MRI technology was relatively new, and it was expensive, and they didn't plug you in.
No.
Today, you go and you're having problems.
They
you
have
get an MRI pretty quickly.
Exactly. Thank goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I noticed in your book, you mention a lot about faith.
Yes.
Do you feel like that's been one of your biggest strengths to get you through these challenges?
Definitely. So, I don't consider myself to be a religious person. I consider myself to be a follower of Jesus. I mean, there's a big difference. So, if you look at the book, Jesus did not have a problem with people. He had problems with religious people. And he called them quite a few names. So for people who are not religious or Christians today, they use terms like hypocrites. And that's what Jesus called them. He called them worse than that, right?
Yeah.
He called them empty tombs and used all kinds of choice language. Jesus loved people. And as time goes on, I'm developing more love for people than ever before. As far as my faith, it gives me hope. And that's very important. When I see people in my support groups, a lot of them are moving towards despair. And then you see a lot of Christians and they have hope, which is just different. And you can't stop that. They know there's a better place. For me, I know eventually I'll go to heaven and all of my problems, including multiple sclerosis, will be gone. And that's going to be a glorious day. But until that happens, I have a mission here.
Yes.
And that mission is to love other people. And I spend my day trying to help people in my condition. And I have a good life. And the only reason it's that way It's because I get to help other people. That makes such a difference.
That's incredible. Was
That's
there a
so
time in
lovely.
your life that your faith was challenged?
Trying to get diagnosed.
Yeah, for real.
I would say my faith has never been challenged, but it's definitely deeper than it ever has been. So it's grown, it's rich, it's matured. I haven't arrived. I've got a long way to go. But things that may have stumbled me up earlier in the process, they don't move me now. So right now I'm in a place where my multiple sclerosis is more stable than it has been. Emotionally and physically, I'm more stable than I have been. But faith-wise, I'm in a good place. And it's a little bit more difficult to move you after you've been through the struggle. I think sometimes it's in the struggle that you learn the most. It's when you're broken and you get repaired that you're a little bit more appreciative, right? And gratitude will take you a long way, because if you can be grateful for the little things, the big things, they don't mean so much.
Right. Well,
So
in your
good.
book, you have many, many chapters.
Yes.
Some of them, the sanctuary school, the human teacher, the quiet catalyst, the warrior in the auditorium, human, the when fear became prophecy. You have from the trash can to the throne room. Was there one chapter that was particularly really challenging to write, or multiple chapters that was hard to put it on paper?
Definitely. The military chapter is the hardest one by
Yes.
far. And it wasn't because I was what I experienced. Most difficult thing about that chapter is I have to admit that the United States government has abandoned us. It's not the people. You get good support from the people, but when you look historically and you realize the WW2 veterans who were exposed to mustard gas were ignored. Agent Orange in the Vietnam veterans were ignored. The exposures that we had were ignored. The burn pits were ignored. And the science was there, but the heart wasn't there to support us. So I don't know about other veterans, but I've looked at the information. I'm part of the statistics that say I was a casualty. And the plight of veterans is the most difficult part of my life. When you look at the suicide rate today and the homeless rate, it breaks my heart. So that was by far the most difficult chapter.
Well, I think your book can be called You're Unforgettable and You're Not Invisible, because I feel like you work through some levels of maybe not feeling seen, and then seeing others not being seen.
Earlier, we had another guest, and she, you spoke about this in your book as well, is you had a teacher that it was like, what is your race? And she wrote human. I'm a human. And you encountered an experience where they put you on stage because of the color of your skin. And she had similar experiences, and she was like, I didn't, I was the only brown kid in a white community, and it was like how different that was. And we, we grew up white and had loads of friends that were brown.
We
and
didn't care.
We never like.
I mean, we see people for their individuality, but we weren't wrapped up.
We didn't think there was a difference between us or what have you.
We saw the human side.
Exactly, we saw the human, and so hearing the pain behind that was shocking to us. And I heard that from your teacher. She turned away. She turned it into a powerful movement for herself. But how did that feel for you growing up? Like, because when they put you on that stage, it's like, here's the brown kid. It's like,
it's terrible.
I mean, how did that? Because it felt like that was I'm sure it wasn't the first time, because you
it was another obstacle.
It was another
challenge.
obstacle. How did that feel? Because this is. we're hearing that a lot with our generation, that it was a thing.
I think it can still be a thing. I'm hoping that it eventually stops being a thing, but we see our human side.
Yes, the human side.
But
well, on that particular day, the hardest part was I felt like a puppet in a play that I wasn't invited to, right? I was asked to perform a role, and it didn't fit who I was. So it was very difficult. And when you essentially tell somebody, you're an embarrassment to your race, to your heritage, that's difficult to hear.
oh, that's terrible.
So that's how she represented it at the time. And I understand where she was coming from. She faced struggles that I did not. And
well, you're giving her grace.
Well, it's true. As when you talk about an Hispanic principal in the 1980s, that's a female, and the struggles that she went through, she earned her role as well. So I'm not giving her grace. I understand she had struggles that I never had, and she was trying to make a better way for people that she saw like her. So
she thought giving you some tough love would make you change.
She was trying to elevate me, right? She wanted my success as much as I did.
Yeah.
Maybe just for different reasons. But I don't fault her for that.
No.
No.
Well, that's very kind of you.
No.
When I read the chapter title, From the Trash Can to the Throne Room, you smile and you giggle. What emotion is that bringing to you, and why?
For people who haven't read the book, when I was a little kid, I used to go to the convenience stores and dig through the trash for glass containers that I could.
We used to do that too.
Turn in for money.
How about you totem?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think that chapter is I love the title of that chapter.
Yes.
Because it does start from beginning when I was a little kid to a place where my life forever changed.
Yes. I love that, because you're basically illustrating how you kind of started from the bottom and then you rose and you kept going, but not just the throne room. The throne can represent like the whole God and how you're getting closer to
Jesus,
that connection. So I think that's a lovely kind of metaphor in a way, I would say.
It's so wonderful. It's such a powerful story.
I want to go into a little bit lighter question for you.
Thank you for this book. This is phenomenal.
Is beautiful. But
would it be okay with you if we, on Patreon, Jody is a wonderful reader because she was a teacher for 30 years. Could she share a couple of your chapters on Patreon?
Of course.
Okay.
And if you want to let me know which ones, I'm happy to read them.
Yes.
Okay. When your book is made into a movie,
yes.
Who's going to play you?
I don't know. We're so far removed from
definitely
that.
Definitely going to be somebody handsome.
Yes, very.
Right now, I just hope that one extra person gets the book and is helped. I hope a teacher gets the book and understands they make an impact, and a lifelong impact. Right? It doesn't end when the school bell rings. The lessons I learned as a child continue to pay dividends today. I'm very appreciative for that.
There's a chapter about a teacher that gave the phone number, and I remember this happening. And how powerful that was, and that you remember the phone number.
Yes.
And that you called them and they answered.
Yeah. Oh. Many teachers do that. I've had to do that. We've had kids come and live with us for a while. It's just something that, it doesn't stop at the end of the day with the bell,
Yes.
It's in their heart all the time. So I hear you. Okay. Now, just give it some thought and you can react to it later. So I do want you to know who he's going to play in your movie, but Also, what theme song do you think would really run through?
Start from the bottom, now I'm here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Yes. I love those things. So, okay.
Those are Jody's walk-up songs.
Okay,
Yes.
I know. I love those songs. Okay. So, I guess those are some of the things that I thought were important to ask you about the book.
Are your parents still with us?
They're not.
They're not. And siblings?
I have a sister and a brother that's still around.
Okay. And
Do
do
they
they
live
live
in
in Austin?
They live close, yes.
Mhm.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
So, what relationships do you still have connection with, or that you've created to help you that really builds you up? What are some relationships now?
Who's your
Who's in your
squad?
life? Who's your squad?
So this weekend was my 40th year high school reunion, and I
Lovely.
went, and one of the persons that was there was Mark. Mark wrote the foreword, and he's in several of the pictures.
Yes.
But I see Mark on Mondays. We have a group dinner that I go to. So every week I see him. And then Wednesdays, we normally have a one-on-one. So Mark has been with me through thick and thin for
And he's the one you went to
for
Port
45
Aransas with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all were in.
Get in
yeah.
those waves.
Yes.
So Marcus has been my best friend for a long time.
Oh, I love that. I'm trying to find a picture of Mark so I can show Jody, because I feel like we cross paths.
I love
a
how your
lot
book is
growing
laid
up.
out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that. And I love how you give like sections for people to reflect in your book.
Yes.
It's so well done. So I have a question for you. Who would you invite to a table to sit with you, to have like a nice dinner with? If you were going to invite,
If you could invite
just
anybody in the
world that's had these positive impacts on you.
Alive or has passed on.
If they've
Who would be
passed
at
as
that
well.
table?
Who would be at that table with you?
Well, after the book was written, Mrs. Bloom from the book, I sent her a note, and we arranged for a lunch. And she had a copy of the book. She was able to read it. And we sat for over 3 hours.
Oh.
And we caught up again. And that was a very special time for me.
That's
So-
wonderful. She would definitely be at the table.
For
She
sure.
would be at the table.
And definitely Mark.
Yes.
Mark, I love that. I love that. Those lifelong friendships and the power of educators that they, I mean, we're in our, late 50s and they still have a mark on us. And
Mhm.
even the negative one, even that you had a teacher that was not very nice, but you turned that into such a powerful message. It was like, she was not a very nice person, but you took what you needed from it. And I think that's so...
It sounds like you definitely like see every relationship as like a learning
opportunity.
And not carrying it with you. Although, MS, it can be related to a lot of the traumas that you've experienced, that your body's kind of keeping the score to some degree.
The stress of life.
Well, I think what happens is you get a bouquet of flowers and they're beautiful, especially roses. But there are thorns on there, and there's pruning that has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And without those processes taking place, that bouquet doesn't exist. That's kind of how it is with life. You learn lessons from some of the hardships that you go through and the changes that need to occur so you can mature. And without those challenges, you're just not the same person.
Mm.
Wow.
So
I
true.
think you're a poet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it.
And, I mean...
So what are some things that lift you up? I can tell relationships and just thinking about how much you've grown, but are there favorite places you like to go, music, things that you like to watch, things you like to do? What are things that really like fill your soul?
So I love going to the ocean, going fishing, but I haven't been able to do that in many years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think one thing about chronic illness that people don't understand, our world gets smaller,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the phone rings and you have to turn them down. And eventually the phone stops ringing and you end up isolated. And it's a difficult place to be. That's why a lot of people with chronic illness also suffer from depression. So if you have somebody in your life that suffers from chronic illness, please reach out to them.
Yes.
So what I do is I listen to music. I listen to 14 hours a day of Christian music. And it reminds me of my place. And it reminds me to be grateful. As far as other things, like I said, I have friends that I meet with every week. And they lift me up.
I love that. Do they come to you or do y'all go somewhere together?
We eat at the same restaurant every week, and it's awesome.
What is it?
Yes, we eat at La Familia.
Oh,
Oh, my land. That's
right
awesome.
Is right on William Cannon.
Yeah.
So it's a small restaurant, and we fill the place on Monday nights. So I don't know how many seats are in there, but about 80% of them are filled by the same people every week.
Oh, my land.
So it's cute. At my table, there's about 6 people. And when we celebrate a birthday, you don't bring dessert for 6 people. You bring dessert for the entire restaurant. And so we celebrate together. We cheer and encourage each other on. So the whole family gets dessert. And then strangers that are there, they get dessert as well because they're part of the restaurant.
For family today.
Yeah. So you go in as a stranger and you walk out as family.
Oh,
I love that.
So Mondays at what time?
We'll be there.
I can't
Mondays
wait.
are at 5.
Mondays at 5. I can't wait.
Yeah.
And we'll bring the cake.
Yeah, we'll bring the cake. We would love to come. That's amazing.
What do you order? What's on your lickable plate? What's your favorite meal there?
So I eat the pancakes. I'm embarrassed to say that because I
No.
go to a Mexican restaurant, but I don't eat breakfast. So I intermittent fast. So on Monday nights I eat pancakes.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, fun.
So that's a special treat for you.
How many years have y'all been doing this? I love this.
I'm not sure. I think the first people in the group, they've been going maybe 10 or 12 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's a family-owned,
Yeah.
a lady owns the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And on good days, she sits with us and we'll join the meal. So it's wonderful.
I love that.
I love it.
That
is so dreamy. I
Yeah.
love that.
We've been talking on our podcast. We've been investigating about men and their friendships.
Yeah.
What do you think keeps your friendships going, that keep you connected together? Obviously, you have an incredible heart, so I know people are drawn to you with that.
I think we're honest with each other and we help carry each other's burdens. So when I got sick with multiple sclerosis, and I had a big attack, I reached out to Mark and he came over and I explained to him what happened. And I told him, I want to go to the gym and I want you to help me rebuild my body. True to form, he came. I think 2 days later, he took me to the gym. It was then we found out there wasn't anything in the gym I could lift because the 3-pound weights were too heavy for me. And Mark stayed with me. And there's too much history to turn back. There's just too much. So all of my relationships are like that. People understand that I have problems and that I face them and I know hardships. And what that allows people to do is they bring their hardships to me as well. And they know they can be open and honest with me. And I understand. That comes from some of those thorns in my past. That comes from the pruning. So I'm grateful.
That's very profound.
Yes.
I think when you
That's
spoke
lovely.
about isolating, we had just had this conversation about how there can be an isolating feeling when people are aging or facing chronic disease or even just having some.
Any difference.
Yes,
any
it could be
difference.
hearing.
It could be hearing, sight.
Yes.
There's so many things, autism, neurodiversity,
Mhm.
Sexual orientation. There's so many things
it can
that
grow.
could
Lots of things.
isolate you, and everybody needs to check on each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I love that.
Lean in and check on each other.
That Marco and Mark have each other
I
in
know.
this world.
Your next book needs to be my buddy Mark. Mark and Marco's Adventures.
I'm going to tell you something about Mark Wolf. So, I'm not sure who he considers his best friend, but about 15 or 20 people believe he's their best friend.
Yes.
So he's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
He shows
lovely. He shows up.
He does. Yes,
That's
for sure.
Man, that's incredible. That speaks volumes. And it speaks volumes that he chose you. About you, that he chose you as his friend.
When did y'all first meet?
We met in 1982 in
Okay.
class. Yeah.
In
Okay.
Miss Bloom's class?
No.
No, it wasn't Miss Bloom.
No.
What class was it?
I think we met in English class
Okay.
Was that at
Travis.
at Travis.
Travis? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow.
Travis High School Rebels.
The Rebels. That's
we
great.
were
Johnston Rams.
We were Johnston Rams. We were bussed over to Johnston, but one of our big rivals were the Rebels.
Oh, yeah.
Travis Rebels.
Yeah. And we would make those run-through signs for the football team. It was like, rock the Rebels.
Rock the Rebels. That's right.
I think they're changing the mascot next year.
Probably because of the Confederate flag. So.
Correct.
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh, man.
This has been an incredible interview.
I'm so glad you reached out, and I cannot wait to see you on a Monday night.
I know. Yes.
We're
going to show up.
We will show up. We love that. We are old Austin gals, and we love the connection. I love it. I love that.
And I'd
you're
love
all
to meet
getting
everybody
together.
that's at your table.
Yes.
We know how to add a table.
Good.
It was really neat because I didn't know how the book was going to be received, but it turned out that every single person at the restaurant on Monday nights that bought my book, and they talk about it, and it's very, very, very humbling. A conversation would start. The beautiful thing is, they don't talk about my book. My book is a catalyst for them to talk about their own experiences and their own memories. And so when they start sharing about the lessons they learned from their teachers, that's the ultimate compliment, because the book doesn't start with me. It's just a way to open their own experiences. And that's beautiful.
It is beautiful. And the power of educators. Enjoy your summer. Y'all deserve it.
Yes.
Not that y'all really get a summer.
This book you can get on Amazon. It's You're Unforgettable, a memoir about being seen and learning to see others by Marco D'Angelo Martinez. So get it today. Sit down, read it. Fall in love with teaching again, and fall in love with those students again.
And it's written in a way that you can use it in because it has lessons. And at the end, it has chapter reviews and questions.
I love it.
And so it's a great thing for it
could be a book study at a
like
school.
A fourth grade or what have you. And it may help somebody.
It might help somebody. And it's helping us. So
much.
Thank you so much for,
Did you cross the river today?
Did you come north?
Are you a Southie?
Yes,
do you live in South?
I do. I live just south of Onion Creek.
Oh,
so.
nice.
Well, we appreciate you coming all this way.
And welcome to our family.
Yes.
You're part of the adjacent family. We'll be talking about you a lot, and we'll be sharing your book often. We love authors, and we can't wait to share this. And you guys, Jody's going to read a couple chapters, and they're going to be on Patreon.
And if you'll let me know which ones, I'll read those, and then we'll put it on Patreon.
Thank you very much.
And will you please
it's
keep
my
us?
honor.
Are you working on any other books?
I'm not. I had no intentions of writing that one.
Oh, my land. Well, I'm glad you
Well,
did.
we're impressed. We're impressed.
Yes, and I'm so grateful you reached out. It
Yes.
really, I cried. I was like, oh,
this
my
is a great
land.
honor to us. So,
Yes.
well, thank you. We're so
Thank
glad you're part
you.
of our family now.
Yeah.
So we'll let you go finish the rest of your day. So, Texas, Texas.
Yeehaw.
You want to say it?
Yeehaw.
There you
I
go.
love it. I love it. Thank you.
All right, friends, it's time to pay the bills.
Pay them bills.
We
got big plans.
we
got big
do.
plans. We need to talk about Charleston.
Yes. Well, first, we need to beat Joe Rogan. And secondly, we want you to help us get to Charleston. And what are we going to do in Charleston?
Fan Fest.
Fan Fest. And when is it?
It's in October.
Yes. So we need your help. That is our goals.
Yes.
As Heather McDonald would say, get me behind the gates. We want to be your favorite podcast. And one way that you can do that is by supporting these incredible businesses. We are so grateful for these businesses. They are some of our amazing sponsors who we support on the Adjacent podcast this month of June. These are businesses and people we genuinely love, support, and believe in, and we think you will too. First up, the Girly Birds.
Love them. Look at these eyebrows.
And you got your ears pierced there. We are so excited to welcome back the Girly Birds to the Adjacent family this month because this is next level self-care.
It is.
The Girly Birds specialize in timeless,
looking beautiful.
low maintenance beauty that helps you wake up feeling confident and put together every single day. Their services include permanent makeup like nano brows, powder brows, eyeliner, and lip blushing, along with fine line tattoos, permanent jewelry, brow shaping, and professional ear piercing. What we love most is that the Girly Birds focus on enhancing your natural beauty, not changing who you are. Their space is welcoming, fun, elevated, and the kind of place that immediately makes you feel comfortable and taken care of. Tell them Adjacent sent you for $50 off services.
Guys, so great.
And where are they located?
They're on the way down to Pound Town.
Dripping Springs. You got to go. Next up is one of our favorites, Cornucopia Popcorn.
Love.
Y'all already know we take our snacks very seriously over here at Adjacent, and Cornucopia Popcorn has officially become one of our favorites. Whether we are recording episodes, road tripping across Texas, binge watching Bravo, or staying up way too late editing content, there is a very good chance we have a bag of Cornucopia nearby. Their popcorn is fresh, flavorful, ridiculously addictive, and comes in so many incredible varieties that choosing a favorite honestly feels impossible. Sweet, savory, spicy, classic. You can truly find something for everyone. It is the perfect summer snack, great gift idea, road trip companion, or a little treat just for yourself. Use Adjacent for 10% off your order and tell your friends and tell everyone that Adjacent Podcast sent you. This June, we also are thrilled to partner with Attract Aesthetics, one of our favorite Austin glow-up destinations. Andrea and Taylor have created such an incredible space where beauty, confidence, self-care, and community all come together in one amazing place. From injectables and facials to microneedling, PRF treatments, chemical pills, and customized skincare services, they truly focus on helping clients look refreshed, confident, and naturally beautiful. And honestly, Shelly, they are just genuinely good humans, which matters the most to us, of course. If you have been thinking about refreshing your skincare routine or finally booking the appointment you have been talking about for months, this is your sign. Go follow Attract Aesthetics, support local, and tell them Adjacent Podcast sent you. And finally, our very own Adrian Grabe with JB Goodwin, A-Team Realtors.
Love.
We do. He's my brother, your hubby. If buying, selling, investing, and relocating is on your mind this summer, Adrian should absolutely be the first call. Adrian brings knowledge, hustle, heart, and true Austin community connection to every client relationship. Real estate can feel overwhelming, but Adrian generally takes care of people and helps guide them through every step of the process.
Yes.
Whether it is your first home, your forever home, or your next investment property, Adrian Grabe and the JB Goodwin A team are ready to help. Want to become part of the Adjacent family? Contact Shelly and about becoming an Adjacent sponsor. We love partnering with local businesses, creators, and organizations and sharing their stories with our amazing community. And don't forget to join us on Patreon. We have something for everyone with 5 different membership levels. Free, $5, $10, $25, and $100 per month. At the $100 level, you become an official producer of the podcast. So we need you all to get on Patreon today. Don't hesitate and like and follow us on all of your podcasting areas. With that being said, let's get adjacent.